call you back up again, but if you can come back up again too, we're going to go ahead and Larry's made some really, really incredible, neat gifts for y'all in honor of your dad. And so one thing that we don't have that I need to do is to read off the intro. We didn't do that, did we, for Mr. Deaton?
We did not.
Okay, very good, very good. So let's do this. So what we're going to do, we have a good surprise for the Deaton family here. And you saw the tree. These folks wouldn't be here today if it weren't for their dad. And we were going to give him an award, and he had passed away. And so we've got Miss Deaton here, correct? Okay, very good. What an honor, and I'm glad to have you right here, ma'am. And last time I talked to you was in your kitchen. You gave me coffee, and I think some cake as well too. But anyhow, that's been a few years ago though. But anyhow, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to give them this real neat recognition of Mr. Deaton for what he has done, being a great conservationist. Tree number 1, the first tree in our database that was significant and had blight resistance. And so Mr. Deaton, I'm going to read for you some really neat stuff about him that I didn't know that they sent to me. And then Larry Burford's got something for you. And Larry, if you could reach down in this bag right here, I believe this one I've got an award for him. And so anyhow, after we do this, then what we're going to do is we're going to do a photo. We're going to try to do it out by the lake. And Tara, where you at? She picked out the most perfect place out by the lake. But some of us may not be able to get down there to that, so we don't want to make it difficult. So what we're going to do is do a group photo in the back. So before we go eat, we're going to do that. And I checked on the food, and it smells yummy. It's really good. And just glad to have everybody here. And so Leslie, wave your arm back in the back. Leslie's going to walk us all the way down the end of the hall and show where the entrance is at to get into the dining room over there. So that's what we're going to do. And then we'll have lunch. And then at 11:45, Donna and Kelly are going to have a musical break for us while we're wrapping up lunch. And so we've got a lot of good stuff in store. Let me read this first for you. This is what they sent to me, and it's pretty profound. And I'm just glad to be able to have this opportunity where we can recognize him. So Larry and I, we're going to let this thing go. Let's see. Okay. So here we go. Jeff Deaton was a proud U.S. Air Force veteran who would honorably serve this country during the Korean War from 1951 to 1955. In 1954, he married the love of his life, Clara. And today, Jeff Deaton, they raised 3 daughters, Debbie, Lisa, and Danette. Jeff and Clara shared a remarkable 64 years of marriage, building a legacy of love, strength, and family. After his military service, Jeff began his civilian career as a heavy equipment operator for Potashnik Contractors, where he helped build, listen to this now, the Gray Lake, where we're at right now today. Is this not relevant or what? A project that would shape not only his career, but also his connection to the land. His dedication led him to join the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers at the Gray Lake, where he served faithfully until his retirement. Jeff was known for his storytelling, his easygoing nature, and his ability to make friends wherever he went. Though he never pursued a formal degree in forestry, he had a deep respect for nature and spent much of his time managing timber on his family land. His love for the land led to the discovery of a remarkable large Ozark Chinquapin tree on his property, a tree that would later be recognized as an Arkansas state champion and later on recognized as the Grand National Champion of Big Trees in 1987. And y'all saw the pictures that Larry had of that. And even after surviving tornado damage, the tree continued to contribute to conservation efforts with Forestry Service and people from the Ozark Chinquapin Foundation. And Larry Burford collected seed from this. And so this is a lasting symbol of Jeff Deaton's quiet dedication to conservation and preservation. Jeff's legacy lives on through his beloved family, his community, and the Ozark Chinquapin champion tree that survived the blight that he so deeply cherished. His life was one of service, humility, and conservation, and the impact he made will not be forgotten. Yay. So we've got an award, and Larry, do you want to present that to them? And so Larry Burford's got a plaque here made of pure Ozark Chinquapin wood, and we want to present this to you, Clara, and your whole family in honor of your husband and their dad for what he did. And what Larry talked about is true. We've got some seed growing on plots up in Missouri, and some of those trees are close to 35, maybe even 40 feet tall. And they survive the drought better than the ones in the northern part of the range that we found out about. So his work that he's done lives on in the trees that were saved because of Larry Burford collecting those nuts and getting them up to me, and we've got them planting and growing today. So it's like a living memorial of Mr. Deaton. So we're glad to do all that. So congratulations to you. This man standing right here by me, Larry Burford, didn't have to do this, but he came up with some really good pictures. They're high resolution, had them framed, him and Carol both did, to present to y'all today. So you got a bonus here, and I think there's one for each daughter. Each daughter, yeah. He didn't want y'all arm wrestling over these, so and anyhow, that's for each one of y'all, and these are really good pictures. And we had one molecular test. I want everybody to look real close at how big this tree is. And so these molecular tests, if you don't have your markers right, and Maya is going to work with us to make sure we have some of these right. And so this great big tree right here, some of the botanists that were doing the molecular study did not see what they were looking at. And they call this tree a 100% Allegheny Chinquapin bush. So anyhow, we got more work to do. So, but anyhow, it's all good. And I'm not knocking anyone for something they don't know. But if you're missing the information for a certain thing on like a MEN-23 study, then it won't show up on there. And so that's what's going on. But we're going to fix that though, thanks to Missouri Botanical Garden and Maya and her whole team though. So, okay. But anyhow, so one for each of y'all, and thank you so much. And we get pictures too. And I want to hop up here too, if it's okay. Larry, you don't here with me? That's okay. Squeeze in. This is the biggest group we've ever given an award to.
The short one's up front.
There you go. Yay. Conrad Young was award recipient from last year, and talk about a person making a difference. He is from southeast Oklahoma, and Conrad has gone out and found Chinquapin trees in a part of the country we'd never had any Chinquapins found at. We knew they were probably there, but this guy went out and he was with his dog, if I remember right, hunt for, I think for, was it pawpaws you're looking for, if I remember correctly? And so he was out looking for them. And then all of a sudden out of these trees that he was walking under, birds and parts of trees and nuts were falling, and it was squirrels eating on Chinquapins. And he looked up, and then one thing led to another, and he was like, wow, I can't believe I found this. Then he found others and others. And so the research that Maya is doing is going to share with us a little bit this afternoon. Some of the seed and leaf samples we had actually came from him, and it's a part of the range that we had never had any trees from before, and he found lots of them there. And he is a good young man, done a lot of good work, and we're just glad to have him here at the meeting. And Conrad, on behalf of myself and the Ozark Chinquapin Foundation, we have you a plaque, custom-made plaque of Ozark Chinquapin wood, and Conrad Young for outstanding work saving and restoring the Ozark Chinquapin. October 19th, 2024, and he couldn't be at that meeting, so we didn't forget about this, and we're glad to have you up here. Congratulations to everybody.